So hi Paula, thank you for connecting today. I'm just taking this time to go through some questions and ask you about your experience in ICON so far within our full service biostatistics team. So it's really great that you could join us today. I really appreciate your time. To start off, what I really wanted to ask you is just for you to introduce yourself and to share when you joined ICON and the level of position that you're working in currently.
Thanks, Rowena. So my name is Paula McSkimming. I've been at ICON for nearly 18 months. I joined just before Christmas in November 2023.
Yeah.
I'm a principal biostatistician working in one of the major sponsor account groups. I work in the vaccine space. I'm the statistical lead for one of our big sponsors, and I also lead two of the studies within that portfolio.
Fab. And how's working within the vaccine space? Could you kind of walk us through kind of a day to day role?
Every day is different. So, um, most recently, I've got a couple of deliveries. So I start my morning by meeting my team to see how progress is going on. Mornings, I tend to have a lot of my focus work done. So that could be reviewing outputs, meeting with the leads in the portfolio to see how they're getting on, dealing with some kind of budget things. In the afternoon is where I have most of my meetings. Our clients and some of my other teams are in the US, so that's when they come in and start their day. Every day is different. You don't know what you're going to come into, whether it be challenges with the programming, challenges with the sponsors, challenges just with the staffing. Yeah, but I'm making it sound terrible here, but it's not really. It is a very challenging industry, but that's what makes it fun. As I say, my day-to-day changes. It really just depends what we've got on. Delivery periods are really busy. There's lots of different things happening, but then this week it's quite quiet. Dare I say it? So I've got a lot of time to catch up on our training and just sort out all the little tasks that you kind of get left behind when you're in the thick of the kind of delivery mode. So yeah,
Makes sense.
It's a busy day. But
yeah, of course. But the days go fast, right? And obviously filled with cup of tea and coffees as you go along.
Yeah, caffeine.
Yeah, the caffeine is key. And so could you share a bit about your experience working with our vaccines account group? Obviously, we've got an open vacancy within this team at the moment to come and join you guys. So it would be really great if you could share a little bit about what makes this area impactful for you and what you enjoy about it.
So what's really good is that although we have individual studies, you have a lot of the team work across not all of the studies, but we basically leverage the experience that we have in the team across statistics and programming. We have a few key kind of people like myself who try and if there's a challenge in one study, then we have a look to see if that's the issue across the portfolio, and then we try and look to have a process to kind of make sure it's standardized across. It's the same when things work well. We share our lessons learned. We're quite a close team in the sense that we kind of do know what everybody else is doing, and we do share our knowledge and our gripes. But yeah, and also what's really interesting is that I work in kind of early phase studies, so they're very fast. There's a lot of safety meetings at the beginning. There's a lot of dose escalation, and that kind of portion of it, it makes it. I'm making everything sound terrible here, but it's not. It makes it really fun because things move fast. You've got delivery after delivery, and then you've also got kind of the client side of it where they might want to tweak things, and you have to shoe that into the timelines because safety, and we need to stick to them. And I kind of thrive on that sort of pressure. So it's not all the time. But at the start of the studies, it's quite exciting because you're kind of like launched
hands-on.
Yeah, and then when it kind of dies down, you get into the more kind of immunogenicity analysis versus the safety sort of thing. we did have a big exercise last year to synergize a lot of the programming so that we met our FDA expectations in terms of our reporting, which allowed us to kind of learn a lot more about the regulatory side of it. So you're kind of thrown in the thick of it, but it's a really interesting space because yeah, we've seen it with COVID, and we've now got the mpox pandemic, that's, or epidemic, I can't remember what they called it, come out just now. So our work really does have an
real
impact
world
on the world. So when you have a particularly challenging day, you can connect it to what this actually means, and you're not just turning up to do a number for the sake.
Yeah, of course. And I guess when you're talking to your friends and family, you can say, "Oh, I've actually supported on that vaccine," and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't say too much, but
No.
you can go, I know what that's about.
Yeah.
They don't. My husband still doesn't know what I do for a living. So.
Well, maybe you can watch this video and find out a little bit more.
I'll
We'll
point him
send it to him. Yeah, of course. Great. Thanks for going through that. I think all of that diversity as well in your role and the pace of it that you've explained, it's obviously given you a lot of additional experience since joining ICON in the last 18 months.
Yeah, definitely. So I think one of the big things is that we do work as quite a close team. I talk to at least one of my team members every day. And the support that we have for each other, I think is one of the big things that's kept me here, I suppose. I have an amazing people leader. I've all of our teams, so stats programming and kind of the management side as well. There's no problem that we can't solve
together.
Yeah. And that's one of the big things that I advocate, is that you make a mistake, just tell us. I don't really care. We'll fix it. We'll get to the bottom of it. And that really works, especially in these busy times, that we all work together. We've all got a role to play, and yeah, we just kind of make sure that we get the task done,
the job done together. And that's a cultural thing that I hear a lot from people at ICON. You know, it's repeated throughout the conversations I have. So you've touched upon some of the things that you enjoy most working about with ICON. You've just touched on the team collaboration and the company culture, sorry. What about things like career development? Have you kind of got trajectory and an understanding of where your career can go?
So we have kind of well, you have regular meetings with your people leader anyway, at least I do. And you have kind of two touch points. You have your yearly review, and then you have a half of the year review, and you kind of set goals for what you want to do. I'm not sure what everybody else's career goals are, but I'm in I suppose, turning point of whether I want to kind of go into the management side of things, or do I want to stick and be an SME? I've not decided yet. Do watch this space if you're
we'll look out for the LinkedIn update.
But there's definitely room to grow. I've recently taken on an unblinded statistician role in a different account group, so that's exposing me to other sponsors, other therapeutic areas. So there's definitely, if you find that you come in and it's not for you, ICON's huge, and there's so many different teams and different therapeutic areas that we work with. So if you're good, then we're not going to let you go. We'll find something that works.
That suits you. And that's interesting to hear that you're supporting another account group to kind of expand your experience as well. And I think that kind of reflects the scope we have here at ICON and the different projects and account teams and things that we have going on across the department.
Well, the nature of unblinded is that you can't share the treatment allocation, and you work in a large team like we do for vaccines. There's only a limited number of people you can see in that role to, so we do need to go out and speak to the kind of different teams that we have here. So I'm just thankful that I've got this opportunity to do something a bit different. We'll see how that works out with the busy day that I have. So
yeah, of course. And is there anything else that you want to kind of touch upon before we kind of close out the call?
So I think work-life balance for me is huge. I have a family. We've all got personal lives, regardless of what that looks like, and ICON really do support you enjoying that. I work to live, not the other way around. And I definitely feel supported in being able to do that. As long as the work gets done, you're available for when you're needed at the kind of core hours, then I have the autonomy to work my own day and work my own week, as long as I put in the hours that are required and the work gets done at the end of the day. That yeah, I'm not stressed, and I get to enjoy my weekends and shut my laptop. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a big thing for me. And I have that here, and hopefully it continues.
Yeah, that's perfect. And that's great to hear as well, because it's such a busy environment. You know, everyone says about working within a CRO, it's so fast paced, but having that flexibility to manage your time makes a real difference, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, I mean, there are peaks and troughs. I'm coming into a really busy period as we come into the summer. It seems to be a pattern since I've come in, but we have a big enough team that I can still go on holiday. We can still manage our days. And yeah, if you do put in all of the hours under the sun, your choice that's not expected, then there is scope there to so that you get some of that time back. So yeah, it's definitely it's not as scary as if you haven't ever worked in a CRO before, and you may have heard things. It's not as scary as what the rumours may be.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. That's so helpful. Thank you for going through that all with us. And yeah, we hope that people watching appreciate your time and also the insight it gives into working within, not only within ICON, but within a CRO and within our biostatistics team. So thank you again, Paula. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anytime. Thank you.